Tonight, I want you to sit for a moment before your date, and I want to help you take a breath. Because I know how loud dating can get in your own head sometimes. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you are nervous. Maybe part of you is hoping while another part of you is trying very hard not to get your hopes up too much. Tonight, I just want to sit with you for a minute before your date and help you take a breath. Because I know how loud dating can get in our heads sometimes, and maybe you are excited. Maybe you are nervous. Maybe part of you is hoping, well, another part of you is trying very hard not to get your hopes up too much. Maybe your brain is already wondering whether there will be chemistry, whether the conversation will feel easy, whether they will like you, whether you'll like them, or whether this could actually turn into something meaningful. And honestly, before we go any further, I just want to remind you of something important. You do not have to figure any of that out tonight. You do not have to know where this is going. You do not have to decide whether this person is your forever person over appetizers. You do not have to determine your entire romantic future based on one evening. Tonight is simply information. That is all. One conversation, one experience, one opportunity to learn something about another person. Something about yourself. And I think sometimes when we really want connection, we accidentally put so much pressure on a date that it stops feeling like curiosity and starts feeling like a test we somehow have to pass. I think sometimes we walk into dates carrying way too much emotional pressure without even knowing the person. It stops feeling like curiosity. We hope maybe we'll finally stop feeling disappointed or confused. And while those hopes make complete sense, they can also make one evening feel incredibly heavy. Every awkward moment feels important. Every little interaction starts feeling loaded with meaning. You're not walking into this date trying to convince someone to choose you. You're not auditioning for love. You're not there to become the funniest, coolest, prettiest, smartest, most impressive version of yourself. You're not there to perform. You're simply showing up as yourself and paying attention to how it feels to be around another human being. That's it. That's all the date is. That's enough. More than enough, actually, because dating goes both ways. And I think sometimes we forget that. We get so focused on whether somebody likes us that we forget to ask whether we actually enjoy them, whether we feel comfortable around them, whether we feel relaxed around them. That's what the date is for. The kind of connection that actually lasts usually feels steadier than anxiety expects it to feel. Not boring, not flat, not passionless, just like safer. Like you can exhale a little bit. Like you're not trying so hard to figure something out, to figure everything out. If you are nervous before this date, that makes sense. Sometimes before dates, especially if we've had 21s, there's this like pressure, this quiet pressure to have a perfect date, And there's this voice in the background that says, please let this be good, or please let this finally be easy. And if that feeling is there tonight, I just want to say that makes sense. Of course, part of you hopes this is different, and of course you're tired of disappointment or confusion and you want it to become something. Like, hope is vulnerable. And it makes complete sense if part of you is excited while another part of you is trying to stay emotionally safe. But I also want to gently remind you that if this one date is carrying the whole weight of your future, you're putting way too much pressure on it. This is not the one deciding factor if love exists for you. It's not proof of whether you're lovable or desirable. It's simply one experience with one human being. Maybe there's chemistry, maybe there's not. Maybe conversation flows naturally. Maybe it feels awkward for the first 20 minutes because you're two new people and you're here meeting each other for the first time. So, of course, that's going to have some awkward energy to it. Sometimes people relax into themselves over time, and sometimes it seems that people are amazing on paper, but you don't really match up in person because there's no spark, and that's actually okay too. I think one of the most peaceful shifts in dating happens when we stop asking, how do I make them like me? And we start asking, how do I stay connected to myself while I'm here? That question changes the whole energy of dating. Because suddenly you're not auditioning anymore. You're not trying to connect. You're paying attention. You're noticing how somebody makes you feel. Do you feel relaxed around them, curious, comfortable? Do you feel like yourself? Or do you feel tense or anxious or self-conscious? Or like you're trying really hard to hold their attention and they're just not paying attention? These things matter. And I can tell you something that I think people do not say enough. I think healthy attraction usually feels calmer than anxiety expects it to feel. Not boring, not flat, not lacking chemistry, just somehow easier. It's safer. Like you exhale a little, like you're not spending the whole night trying to decode every moment or wondering if you accidentally ruined everything by being too quiet or talking too much or not listening enough or not being interesting enough. Your brain puts in so many different things that can make you feel bad. Healthy connection tends to leave you feeling more like yourself, not less like yourself. So before you go on this date, I just want to remind you of something simple but important. You do not have to prove anything tonight on this date. You do not have to impress somebody into caring for you. You do not have to earn your worth. You do not have to perform confidence or shrink yourself or become easier to love. All you have to do is show up. You have to show up honestly. Show up and bring your curiosity and learn about them, but also learn about yourself. What do you enjoy on this date? Did they plan it? Did you plan it? Would you go there again? Would you go on another date with that person again? Because no matter what happens tonight, you will still come home to yourself. And maybe, just maybe, coming home to yourself will be enough for right now. Thank you for joining me while I record these for my Patreon. I do have my magic 8 ball here. It's a custom magic 8 ball. So if you have like a romantic yes or no question that you want me to ask the Magic 8 Ball while I'm hanging out on here, I would be happy to do that. So if you have a question or something about a relationship that you want to talk about, you can ask me. I'm basically right now, I'm just saving my things here. Where did I need to save this? On the desktop. How's everyone doing? Does anybody have any yes or no questions? I know I've been live and hanging out. Listen before you go on your next date. That was the title of that. Okay. So yeah, if you have a yes or no question, this is a completely customized crystal or Magic 8 Ball. So like this one says, very tiny yes. So if you have a yes or no question, you can put that in there for us. Oh yeah, so if you come up with a yes or no question, you can post it in the comments and I will go ahead and we'll move the Magic 8 Ball and find an answer for you. I'm actually also doing my diamond painting. It's something that I've become addicted to. So it's the way I like to, hang out and get to know people. So if you have a yes or no question, usually this one is really good with answering yes or no questions about love. When I designed it, that was my primary question. Should I work on my relationship? Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball says. Should they work on their relationship? Let me put these down. Should they work on their relationship? It says it will happen soon. I do believe that you should work on your relationship. I feel that there's one thing that you really wish this person would do. So it's like you really wish they would plan dates, or you really wish they would text first. Like there's something that you wish they would do and they haven't been doing that. So you haven't been putting as much as your own energy into the connection. And I do feel that you should work on your relationship, because that thing that you feel like you've kind of almost been like nagging for it, it's going to become natural to them soon. I feel like they haven't really been understanding what you're asking for. Like you think it's super simple, but they're not seeing it in the same way. So I do feel that you should work on your relationship. That's what we have there. How is everybody doing today? If you have a yes or no question about your love life, feel free to put it in the comments. I love reading for people. This is a custom Magic 8 Ball, so all of the answers are going to be different than any 8 Ball you've ever seen, because I had this one custom made for me, so it's going to be super different. So you should ask while you have the chance. I haven't gone live in a long time, and I know that the way that lives work is once you start like going live on a regular basis, you start getting pretty good, big amounts of people that are in there. So you should definitely ask your question now while you have that accessibility to the 8 Ball. Oh yeah. So I am just, thank you so much. I've missed you on the clock app. I will be there too. I was there actually half an hour before I came over here. So my plan is to do like half an hour at a time. Definitely needed to hear that. Well, I'm glad you got the answer that you needed. I think this is a really fun tool, and I'm glad that I get to read for people with it. So I definitely plan on just being as active and as involved as I was before. I did enjoy it. It's just my brother fell and broke both of his legs, and you just really got to focus when somebody you love is, going to the doctor that much. You just really lose your sense of all the other things that you were doing. So that's what happened there. Yeah, well, the little group that you can join, like my bulletin board or whatever on TikTok, I'm going to have it announce when I'm going live on TikTok. So you definitely should follow there, because I have like little papers that I've been giving out so that people can have information that they can use for like breakups and self-love. And I just really enjoy helping people, so that's a place where I'm going to be putting those things. So you should definitely fix your notifications for real, because I'll be spending time going live. My goal is to just kind of get the platforms and the AI to, or like the algorithm to be like, oh look, she's back, let's show people what she's doing. So that's kind of my plan, because that's how these things work. So that's why I was like, oh well, I will go live and show people my diamond painting, because I find it so relaxing. Yeah, I remember. I'm glad every time I catch you, because I always hear things I need to know. And awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Do you know Elementally? She was really busy on TikTok too. She's actually one of the people who I just really watched a lot. And she actually bought some of my cards and read with them. Well, it turns out we live like 15 minutes away from each other. So I am going to keep doing like readings and stuff, but I'm going to be doing it with her for the reading parts, just because those can get really busy. So it's kind of nice to do them with someone, because they just get overwhelming sometimes. I've had a couple thousand people in a live before, and it's just a lot of, energy and focus. So, but it was nice talking to you. I'm actually going to go for a little bit of time over on Instagram. I'm trying to just rotate through and say hi to people and see, where I can find people. That's so cool. I'm still going to get a set of yours. Just need to get other things. Oh, you know what? I actually don't sell them anymore. The, what are those called? Tariffs. They became so expensive that it really wasn't something where people are going to be able to afford them. And so, I mean, they're still up where they can be sold, but I don't know how it would be something that people would be able to afford, because even with me not like adding anything on top or like a profit, it's still almost impossibly expensive to really get them. Yeah, I plan on actually. I think I'm gonna end up making them, because I've designed over 100 decks. I think I'm gonna end up making them into a an app actually, so that people can have access to all 100. Welcome, welcome. If you were just joining me now, if you would like to ask a yes or no question, this is a custom Magic 8 Ball, so it doesn't have the typical answers. So it's actually more geared towards love as well. So you don't have to put a question in. We'll give you one answer. And this answer is, it will happen soon. I feel that some of you asked when you would get in a relationship. It will happen soon. That's so much fun. I think this thing is amazing. I am the worst at missing some when I do these. I'll put that right there so people can see. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to make a little thing. Ancestors, hear my plea. By the way, it's Morgana. I don't have the same name for everything. I should fix that. That's totally fine. Oh, I think it's so happy that you're here and hanging out. I kind of figured there would be people that I just like met again and, just connected, because we connected, before. So I'm glad you're here. This is a whole nother setup than I'm used to. So that's the other thing that I'm trying to like figure out what I want to do. I guess I should do that. If you were just joining me, I'm really glad you're here. I have my custom Magic 8 Ball here. It's just not on the board like it was, because I decided to move around and it keeps wanting to move itself. So if you have a yes or no question, you can ask it, and I'll ask the custom Magic 8 Ball. It has 20 different answers, 10 that are focused kind of on no's, and 10 that are focused more on yeses. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the comments. Oh, that's cool. They always bring you to me when that's awesome. Especially because I've been gone for so long. I did not even realize it had been like 2 years. I really didn't. I just kind of was doing my own thing. I dated this guy for a while, learned a lot with him. We're not dating anymore, but that's totally 1000% fine. I was the one who decided I didn't want to do that. So, but along the way, I just made a lot of materials that you can use for when you're dating. So, there was a lot of things about the connection that I learned from and that I'm really excited about sharing with people. So, let's see how that goes. Let's see, A. Where are the A's? Well, that's weird. How do I have this whole box of all my colors and A is not one of them on here? What is A 10? Oh, A is 9. Okay. Oh, that scared me. I thought I had a whole project with no, like all this stuff around the outside is these, and I thought I didn't have them, and I was going to be very sad because I would have had to throw the whole thing away because that would have been too much for me. If you are visiting and you have a yes or no question, especially one that's about romantic relationships, you can go ahead and put that in the comments. Ancestors, hear my plea. I hate it when the stuff gets not sticky anymore. I think, Morgana, wasn't it you that when I was trying to do TikTok shop, that I had that shower head and I tried to talk about it for like a whole hour? I think you were like the person who stayed in there with me and we talked about shower heads for like a full hour. Wasn't that you? I'm like pretty sure that was you. If not, I'll be really surprised because I think that I remember that happening with you. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing, we're going to be doing live readings. The Elementally and I, well, Jamie is her name. She has that all over. But yeah, Jamie and I are going to be starting to do lives. If you are just joining and you have a romantic yes or no question, you can go ahead and put it. Yes, okay, it was you. I thought that was you. You can go ahead and put that in the comments if you want to. This is a customized Magic 8 Ball, so it doesn't have the same answers that you're used to. So sometimes it can give you insight that you're just not used to. I thought that was you, Morgana. Of course I remember you. I mean, granted, it's been 2 years, so there might be people I don't remember, but I do remember you because I remember thinking about how much I appreciated you for just sitting there and shooting the shit with me about a fucking handheld water sprayer. I really a lot of time with that thing, so I really appreciate that you were there for that. Oh yes, and I did the markers for a while. I'm gonna try TikTok shop again, but I'm gonna try it on things that make more sense. I'm perimenopausal, and so I have been looking for a lot of like cooling things, and I've been finding a lot of really good ones, and I was like, oh, you know what, this is something that I would show people and that I would feel like, oh, you need this if you're perimenopausal, because like right now I'm so freaking hot, but it's too loud to have the air conditioner on when I'm recording, so I turned it off, and I'm probably gonna have to end up having to take a cold bath just because of perimenopause. You know what I'm saying? But after this, I'm going to go live on Facebook for half an hour, and I'm going to go live on Instagram for half an hour. Just because I figure, you know what? If I put time and energy and effort into different platforms, I'll meet different people and have different experiences. And also, like, I got really burnt out with TikTok last time. You've helped me a lot, and I appreciate the message. I'm so glad. Thanks for being a top fan. I feel like that makes sense that you're a top fan because you're always there. So I like that. I didn't even have to push a button. Are you in my little group thingy on TikTok where I've been like putting out papers and stuff? I don't know what people. I'm kind of still learning, so I'm kind of hoping to do that here too because like let's be honest, when you have a platform that you really like that's where you're gonna be. You know, you know what I mean? I'm so hot. My legs are hot. Look, guys. I missed some. I saw this little tool that you can like, it like puts a circle, and I think like so you can see where like you've missed specific drills and stuff. And I think I'm gonna make my own with a toilet paper roll thingy because I was like, wait, that's just a circle. I can do that. All right, if you are just joining me, if you have a question that you want me to ask the Magic 8 Ball, this is a customized Magic 8 Ball, so that means that the answers are, there's 20 answers and 10 of them are no forward and the other ones are yes forward, which, I mean, I know that sounds like a weird answer, but basically they're yes or no or positive or negative where I'll be able to read them and give you your answer. But I am going to let you guys go. I noticed that my phone is not charging like I thought it was. So I'm going to let you guys go. But be sure to follow because I will definitely be going live a lot more now. It's nice hanging out. Thank you. Oh, wait, what did you say? I'm that way with Twitch. I stream there most and post my gaming clips on TikTok. Oh, that's super cool. All right. Well, maybe someday I'll catch that. I've never really been on that platform, so it'll have to be something that I catch over here.